Hey, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, the channel where we go through the good and bad of everything nerdy to make sure you spend your time on the best of the best. And in today's video, we'll be doing a review on the Mondrian Blocks game, so let's get into it. All right, so let's briefly jump into how to play the game, and then I'll jump into my review after that. All right, guys, so we've got the game out, and we'll walk you through briefly how to play because it is incredibly easy to play and set up. So first thing, you just need to twist the little dial on the front to open the game. And so if you do it this way, you'll be able to find the different puzzle challenges. And so all you need to do is pick one that you want to do. Put the puzzle pieces back here. Okay, so now that you got your puzzle piece, basically what you want to do, flip the little dial to the bottom, and then you'll open it up, and then it has a little puzzle holder here, and you can simply just take out the pieces, and then you'll take the black pieces and then put them in the appropriate spot on the board. So using this card, we've got one here, the 3-piece there, and then the 1 piece is right there. Now at this point, all you need to do is figure out how you put the puzzle together to fit all the pieces onto the board. And so there's one solution basically for this puzzle, and you have to go through and figure out what's the best way things are going to fit to solve the puzzle. And so there's a lot of different combinations you might be able to come up with. Some are going to work, some aren't. See, like that doesn't fit, and so you just go through testing different options until you figure out how the puzzle is going to come together. And so it might take you a few minutes, it might take you a few seconds to figure out. It's really different every time, but that's how the game works. Is once you've got the black pieces on the board, you need to figure out how to put the other puzzle pieces in until they all fit exactly and you solve the puzzle. And then each version of the game comes with 88 different puzzles and challenges you can choose to play through the game. Now again, it might technically be the same puzzle, but you could also flip this around and have the black pieces be in different starting locations. And while it technically might be the same solution, it's coming at a different angle, and so it can seem like a totally different experience flipping the puzzle around in different angles. And it looks like every set has unique challenge cards as well. So you can get 4 different sets, each with their own 88 challenges, if you really want to go all out and test your brain. But now that you have a better idea on how the game works, let's jump into my review. Well, again, now that you have a better understanding on how to play the game, how do I actually feel about it? Well, as you could tell from the how to play video, you can tell that the game is pretty easy to learn, and it can be relatively quick to play as well, depending on how you want to play it. And so there's kind of different ways that you can play the game. You can play it by yourself as kind of a standalone puzzle game. You can set time trials for yourself to see how fast you can get through the different puzzles. You can play it as a team. Maybe you're playing with a child or friend. And probably my favorite mode to play in is versus mode. And so this requires 2 versions of the game, but basically how me and my girlfriend played is that we both picked a puzzle, so maybe it was puzzle number 1 or 2, or again, whatever the case is, and then we set up a stopwatch, and we basically started the puzzle at the same time and see who could finish first. And so then we went through a bunch of puzzles playing that way. And for me, that's a little bit more fun, and I enjoyed playing through the game that way best. But again, maybe you just want kind of a standalone puzzle game. That's a great option too. Another thing that's pretty cool is that it's all self-contained in a little box, so it can be great for travel. So it stores all the different puzzles within the box and the pieces, so it's really easy to set up and assemble. One thing that's also cool is that there's different versions. So if you want like the yellow case or the white case, or the blue or red case, there's a bunch of different options. And then each pack has a different color scheme for the blocks within the game. So technically it's the same game, but it has a different feel to it. And I'm sure it plays tricks on your brain as you're going through. For example, this box, the long thin pieces are blue, but in this box they're red. And it really depends on the puzzle too. When my girlfriend and I were playing, some puzzles would take us 10-15 seconds to get through, and then others would take 5-10 minutes to get through. So sometimes you just would really get stuck on one that you couldn't figure out, and then others you could breeze through really quickly. But kind of when we competed against each other, we stayed pretty balanced the whole time we played, where sometimes I'd get an easy one I could figure out right away, she'd be stuck for a while, and then vice versa. She'd be done in 10-15 seconds, and then it might take me a few minutes to get past it. So I think if you're looking for a challenging puzzle game, or maybe you just want an educational type game for your children or yourself, I think this could be a great option to pick up. But again, for me, I think I enjoyed the version best where you were playing against another player, seeing who could complete the puzzles the fastest. And so that would require getting 2 copies of the game to play that way. But let me know in the comments below if you think this game looks cool. If you've ever played puzzle games like this before, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to pick up copies of the game, there'll be links in the description below where you can do so. And if you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button, as it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new nerd videos we put out. And if you'd like to help us support the channel, pick out content and more, become a patron of ours at nerdproblemsgaming.com/Patreon. And if you'd like to plug into our live streams and Let's Plays we do on the channel, you can follow us on Twitch at nerdproblemsgaming.com/Twitch. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.